Hello everybody, welcome to this video of Chasing with Chance. Today we're going to discuss what I call the backseat anomaly. So essentially what it is that I found something in the backseat of one of the cars that we pulled out of the pit near Lenapaw, Oklahoma. This anomaly is going to look like something I should not be showing. This anomaly prompted me to go talk to the sheriff's office, as well as contact other organizations or groups, experienced divers who have done this kind of recovery before. Now, it ended up not being that, which is why I'm able to produce this video. But it still does not look like something I should be showing. Excuse me. It started July of 2021. I was magnet fishing at that pit near Lenapaw. I've always heard rumors that there's been vehicles thrown in there. Well, on this particular day, I found one. I didn't know which one. I personally thought the way my magnet was dragging, I thought I had a motorcycle. I thought it would bounce on it, catch, and then release, like it wasn't on something completely solid metal. Well, come to find out, I was in the bed of a stolen Ford F-150. Not knowing this, I threw my grappling hook down there, thinking it was a motorcycle, and I ended up getting snagged in the grill of that Ford. Now, what you'll see in this photo here that I have up on the screen is the oil slick that truck created, all that movement, because I had tied my rope to that grappling hook to a truck on the side of the road. Because if it was a motorcycle, it was going to pull it up. I had a really strong rope, and it will end up snapping because it wasn't a motorcycle; it was a truck. So that prompted me to report it to the police, which they were already aware of. They just didn't have the access to equipment to pull it. So with the rumors and everything else going on at the time of the vehicles in there, I invested in an underwater drone called Chasing Dory. It's the cheapest one that the Chasing brand has. It's got a depth of, I think, 66 feet, which is plenty capable to do what I was intending to do with it. So over the next couple months, since I got that drone a little before Christmas that year, and I was exploring the pit there particularly on the south side where everybody swims, and I would always, another car and then another car and then another car. I say that exact saying on the news. Fox 23 and News on 6 out of Tulsa come up here and interviewed me and Patrick when we pulled them. But before I had even met Patrick, I was doing my own investigating and came across this car that nobody had mentioned, known about, nothing. It was upside down, been there a very long time, and I just came across it on accident. I didn't have access to sonar. I was literally just had my drone on the bottom of the pit and was just slowly cruising, on the bottom. Shadow slowly came into view. I came across it. It was upside down. Been there a long time. And having no knowledge of it, the first thing I want to do is try to identify it and then clear it. So it's upside down. So the tag was easily accessible, but unfortunately had no tag on it. So I start looking inside the vehicle to clear, make sure nobody was in it. And it's upside down. So the video you're about to see here is the backseat anomaly that I call. And what you're going to see looks like something that it really caught my attention and what prompted me to go contacting everybody on this goose chase. And here it is now. So now, as you see, you saw what I saw. You know, to the untrained eye, um, it looks like, yeah, it looks like something. So I went to the police department the next day, showed it to them. They were kind of, they've got some experience, I would assume. And, they were kind of skeptical, and they said, if we can get access, to a diver, to get down there and clear, identify it is what you're seeing, we'll make it a point to get it out of there. Well, I don't dive. I didn't know anybody who did dive at the time. So I follow I follow Adventures with Purpose on social media, like a lot of people do. Come to find out, they're going to be in Tulsa the next month. This is December 21, January 22, I believe. So I go down there, and here's a clip right here of me on the bank watching them pull out a Mercedes, and you can see Doug, the diver, working on getting the trunk out to clear it. And this is where I met Patrick, who's OK Diver. Now, after I talked with, the AWP group, showed them the video, they didn't believe it is what, you saw. They thought it to be, a doll or something like that. And they have experience in doing it. So, I didn't say I didn't believe them, but, I felt better about what I had. And Patrick, who overheard conversation, Patrick is OK Diver, by the way. OK Diver overheard the conversation, and he reached out and said, hey, I'd like to help you solve whatever you got going on. I showed him the video, and he agreed that it didn't look like what it looks like, and he thought it to be something else. So we make a plan to him to dive on it. He clears it. There's nothing there. He don't see what I see or saw on video. So, but we did identify at the time there were 7 vehicles in total at this pit. And a couple months later, I put my drone on it again, and the anomaly is still there, but it has changed shape. There's an extra hole now. It's kind of deformed a little bit. So at that point, I knew it wasn't a solid figure. So we finally get everyone together. We choose a date and a time, and we chose February. It was cold. It was borderline miserable, but we wanted to get everything out. So I put my drone on it one final time before we pulled it, and as you can see here, it's basically just flat, almost non-existent. So I don't know what we're dealing with here. Day comes, we pull the vehicles out. The news shows up. And here's all these clips here, and we finally get the car out, and we're investigating. We're looking inside the vehicle, and there's nothing in there closely resembling what I saw on camera. So I have no idea what I was seeing in this clip, and that you guys saw, and you can see why I was hesitant on showing what this was, showing this clip, because of what it looks like. And it ended up not being that, which is a good thing, but at the same time, what was it? Where did it go? and why was it in there? And, you know, like what's the story behind it? I don't know. And yeah, that's it. Some people might see this. You know, I said in the previous post that this might be controversial. The more I thought about it, the more I thought maybe I was just overthinking it and that it was nothing. But I mean, you tell me, did I do everything right? I mean, did you know, what do y'all think? What is this? Thank you.